And whereas 15 community celebrations have been planned throughout the tour, culminating with the official tree lighting in early December in Washington, D.C., smaller companion trees also will be provided by the Pacific Northwest Christmas Tree Association to decorate offices inside of the U.S. Capitol building and other sites throughout Washington, D.C., along with 4,000 ornaments designed and created by artists and school children across Alaska. And whereas the city of Findlay is honored that the U.S. Capitol Christmas tree will visit Findlay on its way to Washington, D.C., and is privileged being a part of this gift to the nation and the joy it brings to our own community this holiday season. As U.S. Capitol Christmas Tree Day in Findlay, and invite all in celebrating the spirit of the season. We are very excited to have our own Christmas tree here. It will be delivered tomorrow, and of course we'll celebrate the start of the season in Dorney Plaza the Friday after Thanksgiving at 6 o'clock. We hope you'll all come down and join us for that. And as we continue to bring Christmas trees downtown, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that if you get an opportunity to pick up an Ohio-grown Christmas tree to put inside your homes this season, I would encourage you to do so like we do every year. And with that, Phil, you're up. This is Commissioner Phil Riegel.
Thank you. Dave Reese from the Ohio Christmas Tree Association is here, so he's certainly also supporting getting your own fresh Christmas trees from Ohio. You know, first of all, before we go any further, I just want to thank Sherry Brumbaughn, who made this event even possible. I mean, what tireless work and efforts that Sherry did. Thank you, Sherry. You know, this is a treat, and we appreciate it. You know, Christmas trees go back in the United States back to, depending on who sources it, either 1777 in Connecticut or 1816 or 1821 in Pennsylvania. But the first Christmas trees obviously were in Germany in the late 1400s, early 1500s, and since that time it's meant many things to families. You know, its green needles remind us of life and the tree of life from Genesis. You know, lights in the tree remind us of the light of the world that became flesh on Christmas morning. And an angel at the top reminds us of the angel and the heavenly host who appeared to the shepherds that first Christmas night. But this tree also reminds us of carols being sung and families sitting by the fire and time spent together celebrating Christmas, but also having quality time with family. You see, this tree is not just a tree, but it's a symbol that we are a country who, despite our failings, still holds values and traditions dear. During this Christmas season, I urge you to rekindle some traditions in your own family, whether it's something you do every year or something that you haven't done in a while. And I urge you to renew our shared faith in Christ, and to renew our commitment to family, and to share the wonder of the Christ child, the reason for Christmas, with our friends and family. You know, we're all blessed to be here, and many great reasons for us to celebrate our community and all the wonderful things going on here. But we also have strong traditions of faith, emphasis on families and helping our families find work so they can be productive members of society.
Much for you all coming out this morning. You know, I wanted to say something. This has got to be the toughest mayor in Ohio. You know, no overcoat with her skirt on, and she's not even shivering yet. So I want to thank you all very much. Have a very Merry Christmas, and remember, I always say this because we do this every year at the Capitol building and in the office buildings. The USO comes in and asks us to sit down and write notes on Christmas cards to all of our servicemen and servicewomen around the world. And if you can think about that, if you can maybe organize things right here in town, they appreciate it. To get that note, to remember when we're enjoying Christmas on Christmas morning, remember we have men and women across this globe. They're on ships, they're on planes, they're on the front lines that are protecting us, that don't have that privilege of being at home. So if you can remember them in your thoughts and prayers, we'd greatly appreciate it. Have a Merry Christmas.
Well, thank you very much. We're so excited that we're here. And I'm going to ask Jody Petrick to come up. And I needed some help with some details because some folks are asking me, how tall is the tree?
So the tree is 74 feet, and it's a Lutz spruce from Seward, Alaska. So we cut the tree on October 27th, and it took a couple of days to wrap it. We did it 4 events in and around Alaska. Then we put it on a ship. So this is the very first time that a tree has come from Alaska in the 50-year tradition of the U.S. Capitol Christmas tree. So you can imagine the logistics are kind of interesting, a big puzzle. So we put it on a ship, sailed it to Tacoma, and then we hit the road in Seattle on November 7th. And we have one more stop in Chillicothe, Ohio tomorrow. Then the servicemen and women on Joint Base Andrews are going to help us unwrap the tree, and we're going to do an event on base for all the families, and then we'll deliver it on Friday morning.
Thank you, Jeff. That's very helpful. Thank you. And made possible not only by our U.S. Forestry and the Choose Outdoor folks, but this trailer with this tree is being pulled by a truck, and that's what makes it possible to bring this tree to our capital. So for the trucking industry, we thank all of you here. We appreciate your support. Findlay, you are awesome. I brag about you wherever I go. Findlay and Hancock County is my heart and soul, and I brag about you all the time. And thank you for coming out, and thank you all for your support. And Smokey and Sasha the salmon are here. Make sure you get your picture. Make sure you sign on the side of the trailer as it goes to DC. And we have Sparky from Hancock County here. We're going to do some talking about preventing forest fires on our trip. So we're going to load up here in a few minutes. Thank you, Findlay and Hancock County.
Okay.
Good job. You guys operate well. Keep doing it. Whatever you're doing it the right way.